like most people in the community, we're very, very concerned about these charges being levied in a place that is basically a focal point for the community, a center of commerce for ocean recreation, and one of the places where the community gathers on a regular basis.
Everybody pays enough fees around here, and nickel and dime people for 40 cents an hour to park at a harbor that, you know, the restrooms are, you know, terrible, the dirt and gravel parking lot, penalties, everything's gone up.
Why are we opposed to parking fees at Honokohau? The number one reason is this place has always had an open welcome mat. The Aloha spirit, it's open to the community, it's open to our guests, it's open to those people that are clients of our businesses, and we believe that instituting paid parking here will close that door.
We were given a lease 10 years ago, and we made the improvements, we put in the parking lot, and now they want to charge us to pay for the parking.
So the bottom line is their goal is to charge virtually every use down here. Every club that exists here, the canoe club, the sailing club, the Hawaii Big Game Fishing Club, every activity that happens here, everybody that comes down to visit one of the businesses down here, yes.
Here on the Big Island, we've recently had quite an attack on small business and, in a sense, tourism as a whole, with a parking meter scheme that the state is threatened to impose on Honokohau Harbor.
They had this stealth public meeting up in Waimea that was announced in the Honolulu Star Bulletin. And he and his wife drove all the way to Waimea to testify, and they were told, we're not going to take your testimony about Honokohau.
The harbor is in very sad shape right now. It has been underfunded through whatever other ways that DNOR has chose to use the money. It has not been coming back to the harbor where it was generated.
There's 200 small businesses that depend on this harbor. There's 120 commercial permits in the water, and then all the other small businesses that support those permits. All of those businesses will be hurt, and that's going to result in less taxes. What he said to us, I don't care about the taxes. I don't get that money. I only get the money that comes from the fees. This is the mentality of Ed Underwood.
Everybody loses. The Harbors Department loses their 2% of my gross, and the 4% excise tax gets taken away. So this needs to be taken a real good hard look at.
We provided alternatives. We provided our mana'o, our concerns, the reasons why we didn't think parking made sense. And as Al said earlier, at the end of that, he said, we're going ahead with it anyway. See you in 2 weeks, parking fees.
It seemed like every month, every other month, they're coming out with another little fee, more charges, and things like that. But what do we get in return? Just the other day, the dock fell apart.
You don't pay to park when you go to Lani House Center. You don't pay to park when you go to Ala Moana Center. There's a reason for that.
What happened across the harbor here with the pier collapsing, you know, thank God nobody got hurt. I mean, that's pretty much the epitome of what's going to be happening in all the islands.
Chairman of the Department of Land and Natural Resources, Peter Young, approached all the counties and said, would you guys be willing to take over the boating facilities on your island? We could sustain the boating facilities on this island with the monies that would be generated on this island.
We need to be represented because this is basically taxation without representation.
It's supposed to be government of the people, by the people, for the people. Not government of DLNR, by DLNR, for DLNR.
This is where we start getting back control of what we use.
And speak with one voice and use the government the way it was meant to be used, you know, democratically.
This place is a culturally important place. It has historical significance to this community, and we want to keep it free.
Welcome to Honokohau, the fishing capital of the world. It's not welcome to the state. Slow down, prepare to pay a toll.
And we also have kids programs for the high school and an outreach program for troubled youth that we take paddling as well, trying to keep them involved in the water. So this concerns us a great deal.
There are 2 restaurants, 2 delis, 2 fueling stations, and numerous small businesses who are based down here at the harbor. And all of those businesses require free access of the general public.
Time and energy we put into this is to give the voice to the people of the harbor in order to make sure that we're being treated fairly here in Kona.
Everybody here tonight to make the commitment that you're not going to pay for parking.